Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome into the break room. Leandria, congrats on first. Welcome in. I'm actually glad that you did that today, which we will get to in just a moment. But first, we have a couple of things to discuss. First off, there's a new question of the day posted in chat. For those who are watching this on the VOD on YouTube, the question of the day is your happiest memory of a time when you were alone or with other people? And we'll kind of wait for some people to start answering that in chat before we start discussing our own answers to that question. On speaking of YouTube, I updated I can't remember if I mentioned this last stream, but I did this before last stream. But I updated the multiplayer game night playlist that's on YouTube. Essentially, anytime that I play any multiplayer games with anyone, whether it's one person or three people, I had originally been uploading to that playlist and giving it a thumbnail that said multiplayer game night, and just numbering them 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah. Uh, well, I finally changed it over, so ones that were for specific games, stuff like me playing Human Fall Flat with Karate Man, playing Fogs with Puffly Jig like the other day, stuff like that. All of those already had their own playlist anyways. There was a Human Fall Flat playlist, there's a Fogs playlist, etc. But I also updated the thumbnails now, so the thumbnails actually match those games. As a result, some of the thumbnails that were there before might have said like multiplayer game night 24. That's now like Fogs 1 or Fogs 2 or whatever. So all of the others have been slightly renumbered. So it only really matters if you're in the multiplayer game night playlist. Aside from that, it does make it much easier to see what is in the video, just because of the new thumbnails on everything. Also on YouTube, there was a thing on Twitch the other day that said if you upload one of your clips as a short to YouTube, you get an emote on Twitch. So I went ahead and did it, and I noticed that it actually got decent traction. There was like 100 views off it immediately. So I just went ahead. I took one of my other clips, uploaded it today. I'm curious to see if people on YouTube like the clips or not. Someday maybe I'll open up YouTube to have the comments section open. There's like a community tab. Maybe just post in. I need to see if the subscribers on YouTube can post in the community tab as well, because it'd be nice to be able to chat with some of the people. Like I said, I know there's people who watch my content exclusively on YouTube, so it'd be nice to go check in with everyone over there. So the reason I mentioned it being nice that Leandra got first today, so I used the Mix It Up bot. I mentioned it a couple times before. That's how that first of the stream redemption that says Leandra at the bottom left of the screen works, is Mix It Up makes a text file, etc., etc. Well, one of the things in Mix It Up is called currency, and it's like, and you can make anything a currency, like just a word of some sort. So I made firsts, FIRSTS, a currency, and it's a currency that increments by 1 every time that you claim the first redemption in chat. But I didn't have that before. I have it now. So now you can actually type things like user firsts, or you can just type first, !mark firsts, and it tells you how many times you've claimed first. I've never claimed it myself. I believe you can do it for other people. So let's say I chose Puffly Jig. He has 3 firsts, for example. But there's also top firsts that I made, and it pulls up the top 10 list. I know for a fact earlier I screen capped that Leandra had gotten it 9 times, and it looks like it did work. She's at 10 times now in the top firsts at the moment. So yeah, so you can now actually see who's claimed first more than anyone. Right now the race is between Garuda and Z at 13 and 14. Leandra's getting up there though. But yeah, aside from that, the only other thing to discuss is the title of the stream today. Usually it's a bit of a clickbaity title. It's not that it's supposed to be clickbait. I just do stuff that is related to the game we're playing, because on Twitch it tells you right away what game you're playing anyway, so it's irrelevant what the title is. It's just wasted space. However, I mentioned before that I looked up how to play as the witch on oh, sorry. No, I did turn the music down earlier to a reasonable level. I mentioned how I had tried to look up how to play as the witch on YouTube for Dicey Dungeons, and like none of the tutorials were any good. I have repeatedly played as the witch off stream a number of times now, and I think I get like the basics of what to do there. So we're going to use this as a tutorial for others today, to kind of teach how to play as the witch in that game. So it's a much less clickbaity title, as being learning how to play Dicey Dungeons as the witch. So we're very much going to teach all the things that I have learned over time by playing the game. So with that stated, Lurking mostly, but top 3. Excited. Hype. Let's see here. But I appreciate the lurk, Leandra. So let's head to the game. Oh, right. I forgot rebooting my computer. Forgot to open up Steam first. There we go. I don't know why it keeps capturing Steam every time here. And not that it's that big a deal. You could see, here's my Pyramid Ultimate stuff, my puzzle stuff. Essentially, you can see just how I sort my Steam. But yeah, Dicey Dungeons. But I would like to figure out why that's happening. Especially because, like, the game is playing now, but it's still capturing the Steam window. Okay. Back to the game. And? Sure. Auto capture. There it goes. Alright. So, we play. You can see I keep getting to the last level as the witch. So, let's see how I've been doing it. So, we want to be the witch. Start. We are going to do... I haven't played the other episodes except for the first one. So, this quick tutorial is how to play as the witch for specifically our first episode. The first 2 fights are, for the most part, kind of irrelevant. Just know that Hothead, if he hits you a couple times, I believe, is the problem with the robot. It's if he gets a few dice rolls that are specific numbers that are the issue. What we're going to be doing over time is we need to fill out these 6 slots. Specifically, in these slots, here's the plan. In slot number 3, I think every single time I've ever played this, Magic Missile is one of the things that we get. It is one of the things that does the most damage as the witch. It normally does 5 damage, but when you get upgrade slots, you can pop the Magic Missile into the upgrade slot, and instead of doing 5 damage, it'll do 8 damage. And then you need to have an even number. So it's nice to put it on 3, which is an odd number. That way you're not you don't need, let's say we put it on 4 to have a 4 to put it out, and now we've wasted an even number that we need to use the Magic Missile once it's out. So I try to alternate. So if I have an attack that needs an even, I put it on an odd. If I have an attack that needs an odd, I put it on an even, etc. So number 3, we're going to try to put Magic Missile. Number 4, we're going to try to put on Hall of Mirrors, which is... The problem with the witch is down here. I only have 3 dice that we get to use the entire time. Eventually we gain, I think, 2 dice over time. Hall of Mirrors is a card that says once you put it down, if you pop a 6 into it, you get another die to use for the rest of that fight. So for that one fight, you'll have 4 dice. In slot 5, I just need some other way to attack. So 3 will be Magic Missile, that's an attack. 5 will be some kind of attack. And then number 6, I typically put... we're hoping for the Blizzard spell. The Blizzard spell is 2 things. Number 1, it is an attack. Number 2, it freezes enemy dice. And the nice thing about freezing enemy dice is practically every enemy that you fight as the witch, if they roll high numbers, you're screwed, because the high numbers are what gets you killed. Is because you're not doing very much damage, and all the enemies are throwing stuff where they can take a 6, pop it into one of their equipment, and that 6 does 6 damage, or maybe it does like 12 damage because it does double damage, that kind of thing. So if you have something in your last slot that freezes dice, Blizzard I found to be the best, because an upgraded Blizzard will freeze 2 of the enemy's dice, so they both turn into 1s, and it specifically freeze turns the largest number that an enemy throws into a 1. So if they roll a 6, a 5, a 2, and a 1, then the 6 and the 5 become 1s, and then they have a 2 and a 1, and that's all they have. They'll have 2, 1, 1, 1. And typically you can like really screw over enemies by doing that. Cauldron we're going to keep in here because of... we don't care about the 1 new damage. What we care about with Cauldron is the fact that whatever die you put into here, you get to... It says get a new dice. Essentially, you get a re-roll out of popping something into here. So that way we can start getting the things we actually want. Once we have Magic Missile, we want to make sure we get a 3. Once we have Blizzard, we want to make sure that we get a 6. Later, they're also going to force us into either splitting a die or increasing a die's value or duplicating it with something called doppel dice. We're going to replace our infliction with doppel dice later, so that way we can duplicate dice that are 4 and higher. Essentially, trying to get that Hall of Mirrors that we'll eventually have, and hopefully the Blizzard. So it'll make more sense as we go along. But let's kind of see how it goes. The first two are kind of irrelevant. You either die or you don't. Every 1 and 2 we try to spit out as a new spell. Once we're out of 1s and 2s, we throw. So okay, he can only use this once, but he does get the full damage on it. Like I said, the more moves he has, the more he hurts you. Oh, also, when you get stuff set on fire, like this, I'm gonna not touch it. Here, so this we will throw here. We gotta reroll. With this, we gotta do 3 damage. This, you get the most damage by throwing it back. So if you see, it would cost us 2 hearts of damage to click on it. Watch them. From 5, we throw it, it goes down to 3. Normally, throwing a die, like it says on here, does 1 damage. But a die that's on fire does 2 damage to the enemy. They get another 6 damage to me, so that's half of our health. But already, like, there's the 3. The other thing about the Witch is that their limit break that I just hit. Oh, so first off, we want to get a card. This magic shield will eventually replace. For now, again, it's odd, so we want to put it on something that's even. So either the 4 or the 6, both of which were we'll do it on 4. Again, logic being that this is not an attack, and later we plan on making 6 an attack, preferably. 4, we're going to put as something else that's just a non-attack thing. So, limit break for the Witch is Crystal Ball. Gets you 3 extra dice. Again, dice in this case being the, let me see the spell. Having more dice as the Witch is what you end up wanting. Okay, we can add some shields. We can make sure that we live just by doing that. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll pop 2 of these in. We can pop this in and just throw the last one. We already have 3 shields, so we'll be shielded just to make sure we don't die from this. They get to use all 3 of these, so it's probably a good thing that we defended. We're already almost dead, but this is 3 damage. Yeah, so this alone is going to kill them because, well, actually, this would too. If I just did that, 3 damage, 3 damage. Once you kill both the enemies on the first floor, you level up, you get full health. Okay, so right away, here's something that does freeze. So we'll take it for now. And we'll pop it on slot 6. Let's see what the other of these is. It's Nudge. This one I also don't fundamentally care about. But we can keep it for now and then just replace it later. This one will eventually be an attack. We'll learn it here. 3 will also eventually be an attack. So first and most important thing is getting cards. So the thing, or getting equipment, excuse me. And equipment are going to be in here, and there's probably going to be 2 equipment over here in the shop, plus 1 apple that we can buy. So these are the 2 enemies that we want to defeat first. I say 2 because we level up in 4, and so the second of these 3 enemies that we defeat, we're going to gain a full heal on. Once we kill the last one, we're not going to gain a heal on. So what we want to do is keep this apple around, and the apple in the shop. And then after we defeat the last of these 3 enemies, use all of the apples that are here to heal ourselves. So the shop will technically have the most. The shop should have two pieces of equipment where the chest will only have 1. Alright, what does Ice Shard do? On an odd, we would freeze one of their 2 dice. What do they have? On odds, they'll do a certain amount of damage. So we're hoping that we can freeze them, so at worst they do 1. So we might want the Ice Shard. Might want to do let's roll for one of these. We didn't get an even. Magic Shield also requires an odd. So really, for now, our best option is this. We could do the extra 1 damage, but let's actually keep out an ice shard while we have that 6. They only get to use this 1 time, but they do do 5 damage. Okay. So, now that we've done all this, let's freeze one of theirs. We have another odd here. Let's re-roll one of these. It's another 6, so we'll essentially freeze their other. So they have 2 1s at the moment. We can do this 3 damage and then pop another infliction right there and do yet another 3 damage. They're gonna have 2 1s because of the 2 freeze. They can only do 1 damage to us, freeze one of ours, which is fine. So our 6 becomes a 1. But we already have most of what we want here. We could gain a shield, but so what we really need is to freeze both of their dice. So ideally, we re-roll this to an odd. We did. Those 2 are now frozen. We do an additional 3 damage with this. And their turn, they'll have 2 1s again. They can only use 1 of them because the other one is even. And now we kill them. Yoink. So just having, like I said, that's going to be the theme right now, is the more 1s we can get the enemies to have. So we don't care about splitting. There's Magic Missile. We do want that on 3, as I was saying. So that's ultimately going to be our big damage, because it only needs, like it says on the right side, uneven to do 5 damage. And if one of these was an upgrade slot over here, it would do, I just turned on the preview upgrade, it would do 8 damage when upgraded. So now the question is, do we feel we need one of these to live through Dryad? It's only a level 2. We've only taken 7 damage. I think we'll be okay. We now have a way to do bigger hits. And now it's just a matter of figuring out what order to do this in. Magic Shield we don't care about nearly as much as other things. Magic Missile we do want, and Magic Missile is going to require an even. So we do this. We have this 5, the 4 there to do our damage. We can even put out an Ice Shard. So for now we will do that for big damage. 3s and 1s. They're going to do the 3 here. They're going to pop the rest into this. And stuff like this is the reason why it's nice to keep forcing them into having 1s. So we can do our 5 damage with that. We can do the odd amount with that. So this is kind of the odd one out. We can keep an infliction to do even more damage later. For now we'll do this. One of theirs will now be a 1. We just need to live through this fight. We turn their 6 into a 1. They do 1 damage, pop both these in here and poison us. So if we could do 11 damage right here, that would be the most ideal. This would be 3. This would be 5, would be 8. Up in here would be 9. So what does this do for us? Oh yeah, that's enough damage between that and that. So we didn't need to use our crystal ball. The reason I said we just need to live through is, again, we fully leveled up. So here's the upgrade slot I was talking about. We take that. So now, that's when this like preview upgrade thing comes in. So this is where we want to constantly put stronger versions of spells. The Ice Shard is nice to put on upgraded, because then instead of requiring an odd, you can put any die you want into it and keep freezing their dice. So we now don't need to eat either of these. Oh, there's the Hall of Mirrors that we wanted, so we learned that. So now we have most everything that we need. Cauldron to be able to reroll, Magic Missile to do damage, Hall of Mirrors to gain extra dice for fights, something that freezes for now. We're still hoping to replace that with Blizzard. Now we just need a better thing to attack with here, and Infliction, like I said, they're going to force us on our next level up to take either the thing that increases a die's value or split or copies a die. And again, the more dice you have, the better your fights go. So we take double dice at that point. Is there any good attack things in here? It's not going to matter because, well, That's the one that could matter. We're going to gain 1 gold after the pirate fight, so we will have 2 gold. We could buy that and replace Nudge. But I think we'll be okay for now. We're hoping. So we do the fight. Right away, we use the crystal ball, because every time the enemies hit us, we gain this back. So they only have 2 dice. If let's say we made their 2 dice into 1s, they would do 1 damage with this, and then they would only be able to pump a 1 into here. So we're hoping we can never get them to never hit the 6 on that. So, let's take a look. 5s, we don't care about Nudge, so we're definitely going to re-roll that. We'll pop a cauldron on. Again, we don't care about Nudge, so we can re-roll this other 5. We can pop a 4 over here with a 6 to gain that. And then we can pop our ice shard here, do 4 damage with it, and at least freeze one of their 2 dice. We end our turn. Their 6 becomes a 1. They're going to do 3 damage here and pop the 1 left into here. And then we do this all over again. We gained an extra die before because of this. So let's look at everything that's here. We could gain yet another die on the next roll. Let's do that with the intention of the next roll is where we're going to try killing them. We don't want any more hollow mirrors, so we can re-roll both of these. And we definitely want magic missile. So the order we're going to do this in is do 5 damage and freeze one of their dice. Then we do magic missile on the upgrade slot. Even. We have a 2, which is even, and it'll do 8 damage to them. They're down to 5. Their attack is only... One of their 2 is going to be a 1. Their bigger number became a 1, so they do 2 damage here. They pop another 1 in here. They never burn our dice. They never do 6 damage to us. We have 5 dice to work with, and right away, even just one of these 2s does 8 damage. Right. So, we're now at the beginnings of leveling up. Again, we don't have... we didn't get a full heal at the end of that because we still have 5 more to heal up. But we left all these apples behind, so even if things went really wrong, there were those 2 apples ready to go. So again, we're not going to get the magic dagger. It might be a mistake. It may very well be a mistake that we're not going to get it. If we did, we would put it over the nudge that we're not using anyway. But I would rather save my money, because you only get 1 gold per enemy. There's only 3 enemies here, so it all depends on what's in here. Ideally, you want all the apples on this stage available to you. I guess it won't matter. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We have 5 to go before we level up. This is level 2. That's a level 3. So after doing this vacuum, we will fully heal, because we will level up at that point. We'll have 36 health, and it'll be full 36 to 36 health. It fills your health bar. Also, by the time we get to the vacuum, we'll have been able to check this as well as this. Then, because we'll be fully healed, there will be this apple left. So then we do the bully. They're going to hurt us, potentially for a lot. Hopefully we can tone down how they hurt us with the spells that we have in our spell book. And then after killing them, then we eat these apples. So, you'll see why we're doing it in this order. We start over here. Hall of Mirrors is useless to us now because we don't have any 6s. Plus a 3 and a 4, that's an 8 damage magic missile right there. We put the 3 in here, make a magic missile, put it here. Magic missile requires even, it'll do 8 damage. So that's the odd one out. Nudge we definitely don't care about. So that's not what I meant to do. That would have been okay too. No, we can still work with this. So, this is the other thing. Even though I did that out of order, a Hall of Mirrors on the plus version, on the upgrade, is, instead of requiring a 6 to get an extra die, it just needs something even. So now we're still going to get the extra die on the next turn, even though we didn't do much damage there. They got their doubles. That sucks, but we're going to try to make that some of the little damage that they end up doing to us. Here's our extra of this. Let's see here. Nudge is the one we don't care about. Perfect. So we want the even on magic mirror. We'll do a cauldron for this other one. And yeah, we could do this as ice shard. We don't care about nudge anymore. So now we can try freezing some of their dice. They don't have double, so they can't use this. So 6 goes into here. The 3 or 4 goes into here. And whatever goes in here. Okay. So they did a chunk of damage. That's okay. Right away, we have this as our 8 damage. So, no, that's 13 damage, right? Here's 5, and here's 8. So, again, we don't need to use our limit break. Okay. So, let's check the card first. Don't care. We do need something in here, but those 2 under here means that whatever you put it on, you need 2 of that number over time to pop in to even make this thing. And while it does 10 damage on a 6 or 14 damage on a 6, not worth it. So, this guy, now that we have our limit break, let's immediately do this. This is, yeah, they can drain some health. This one, on 6s, they'll blind us to make it so we can't tell what 2 of our dice are. So, we actually do want Ice Shard pretty early here. Also, we do have enough for Hall of Mirrors. So we can still do 4 damage and force one of theirs to be a 1. Do I want to do this or do I want to reroll? I'm thinking if I do a cauldron down here, then I can just reroll both of these. We definitely don't need another magic mirror. Oh, there, that's a magic missile. So let's do this to freeze. No, yeah. Let's do this to freeze one of their dice, and then we'll pop the 3 and replace it with magic missile, so we can do 8 damage. So we did a chunk of damage. One of their highest number will become a 1. Which is a 6, we'll come to 1. That they're going to use the 3 on it. They didn't blind us. So we just need to do 23 damage before they can do 12 to us. Here's 8 damage right away. Let's see here. Yeah, no matter what we want to do, that 8 damage. If we could do another 8, that'd be nice here. Let's see here. I just want to see if I want to reroll both of these, or we probably want to freeze one of theirs. So this is the odd one out. That's perfect. Let's actually do that over here. Oh, but I forgot that it requires an odd. That's how bad is that going to be that we did that? Ideally we just do this and throw that. We just have to hope that they can't kill us on this turn. This is the high number thing I was talking about before. Okay, they gain some health back, but we also get this, and we also have a billion dice now. So we know that this is even. We know that this is a high odd. We don't want nudge. We can replace that. Yeah. And then we can just throw dice to kill him. Yeah, that was pretty much a god roll that he rolled. But anyway, we just needed to live through that fight. This is where they force us into either doppel dice or duplicate. I don't know which one they consider it. But, yeah, that double dice value would still keep your same die, but just increase it. Whereas this will actually make another die. So, we definitely want that. We replace Infliction. Or no, do we replace Nudge? This is the only other damage we have, so it might actually make sense to replace Nudge. This will be a... but it requires a minimum of 4 to begin with, so it still makes more sense to me. Because again, you want to make sure that, like, this... It's like, if we already had a 5, and then duplicate requires a minimum of 4. That means it can only be used by 4, 5, or 6. Then by putting it on the 5, then we've wasted one of the 5s that we could have otherwise used to duplicate. Whereas now, if we have a 2 and then anything that's a 4, 5, or 6, including 5, now we can actually use the duplicate. So, let's check out the shop. This also has more health. One thing I did learn with the witch is stuff like this status effect thing. This thing, I normally love it. The upgraded version will inflict 2 shock, 2 burn, and 2 freeze. But notice it doesn't do any damage. You really need to find ways to do damage with the witch. So this is just a way to prolong your inevitable death. So instead, we keep this 4 gold that we have if we need. That's 3 gold here for 10 HP, plus another 7 and 7. So that's 14 HP on the board, another 10 here is 24 HP we can lose on this fight. Also, we're going to gain another card after it. So, Bully is another one. They only have 2 dice. You kind of have to follow along with... So imagine they roll 2 6s. They have these 4 rocks that they can only do once per battle. On a 4, a 5, or a 6, they will pop them into here. So this could be 6, 12, 18, 24 damage right here alone. Over here, if they have lower numbers, and again, they're only rolling 2 dice at a time. But let's say that they had 2 1s because we froze them. They would do only 6 damage that turn total. So we try to take that. We try to do as much damage as we can in as few turns as possible. And each time we just give them low numbers instead of giving them 4 and higher to work with. So with that stated, we will be able to gain an ice shard. We don't have a duplicate. We do have the nudge. We also have Hall of Mirrors. So regardless, we don't want the nudge. So the 5 is out. We do want duplicate. And the reason why is because we want to put down a Hall of Mirrors here, and then we want to keep an ice shard ready for the next round. So while we didn't do any damage at the moment, we now are going to have an additional dice to use for the rest of the fight. So we're going to take on the 12 damage here. There's 6, there's 12. But, so here's our extra die. Lots what's here. Lots we have to duplicate up here. We don't need, we don't need nudge. We don't need the Hall of Mirrors anymore, so we replace that with a Cauldron so we can re-roll. We want to do some damage and freeze one of their dice with this. So let's do that now. And just so we don't forget, well actually, no, we're going to re-roll anyway. We want a magic missile that we do 8 damage with. This is another magic missile right here, so this is the odd one out. We can actually duplicate this die, so that way we can do a magic missile with 8 damage, and then do another magic missile for another 8 damage. They're down to 3. We've frozen one of their 2 dice, so one of their 2 is going to be a 1, the higher one. Those 2 1s. So we take on 6 damage, so total we took on 18 damage. Whereas we could throw these dice and kill them. Okay, we now eat all the apples that are here. We could buy the last one, but we're only 4 off, so we're fine. Okay. This is one of the others. Freeze a die, roll a 1. We will take that on where our nudge is. Oh, also, freeze a die and roll a 1 with 2 uses on upgrade. So we could take like a crappy roll, pop a glass cauldron onto our upgrade slot, and force our enemies to have 2 1s. So we now have 2 different ways to freeze enemy dice. Again, we don't care about this. The other ones aren't damage makers, and this is the damage maker, but not worth it. Again, we're hoping for Blizzard eventually to replace last. Otherwise, this will just ultimately be what we end up using. So in this one, we need to defeat every enemy to get this level 11. 4 plus 3 plus 4 is 11. Ideally, we would want all the equipment before we got to the health that was here. But to get to this dire wolf would require these 2 fights. To get to this chest requires this fight with Crystalina. But the logic here is Crystalina is the fight, even though it's equipment here. Is that true? No, I think... I'm thinking which order we want it in. No matter what, I think we do Yeti first. And then we can either do the direwolf and then eat all the apples before Crystalina. Essentially, you eat all the apples before the last of these 3 fights, because you're going to fully heal with every apple that's there. Then you do the last fight on the board, and once the fight finishes, you're going to gain a full heal anyway. I think we go towards the shop, though, so that way we have the shop as an option for yet another apple. So we have 4 healing opportunities before the Crystalina fight. Yeti is actually a pain in the ass when you keep giving them 1s. Because they have 4 dice and all their stuff is odd equipment. If you give them 2 1s, they're going to freeze all of your dice. So we actually don't want to freeze as much. We want most of our damage now to be from the magic missile. So right here, this is a magic missile's worth. So let's actually do that. Instead of re-rolling this, let's actually pop another cauldron to be ready for next turn. So we'll do 8 damage. They can only use the odds, which are the 2 5s. That's 10 damage. They freeze some of ours on the way. However, we gain a crystal ball. So we can't duplicate any. These 2 as 2s are useless at the moment. So let's pop some of these down. Perfect. Let's see here. So, them freezing all of our dice isn't ideal. However, so there's a couple things here. We can do this. Now we have an extra die. We can do 8 damage. We can pop one of these for reroll. Yeah, we do the 8. Oh no, hold on. We can duplicate this. Use this for damage, and then we don't need to get more dice, so we'll pop a glass cauldron over here. We'll freeze at least one of their dice. So we only give them 1/1 that at least lower their biggest number. They can't use the freeze all of our dice. We're at this, however, we can do this. Perfect. We can duplicate it. We can freeze one of their dice. We can do 8 damage, and then we can ice shard over here to... This will force all of ours into 1s, but that's actually irrelevant right now. Let's do this. Let's see here. Oh, we can't magic missile. I could pop the magic missile over here, but then it would require an even. So we'll just do the 3 damage. Throw this. What's nice is instead they're gonna have 2 1s now. They're gonna use them and freeze all of our dice, probably. Oh, it was unfortunate the others were odds. But so even though all these are 1s, they only have 1 health left. So yoink. The point was that they were gonna almost definitely use the 1s on the right side. If the others were even, then it was irrelevant. Again, we need to make sure that we live at least through the next fight. So let's eat 2 of these. We will do this. There should be an apple in the shop. Strong against poison. This fight can go poorly. Let's see here. Take anything. Yeah, so they can curse us. They can do bits of poison damage. The curse is going to be the most annoying part of that. So if nothing else, I don't really care about... Do I care about Glass Cauldron? Oh, freeze a die, roll a 1. Yeah, we kind of do. Mostly I want the extra die for now. Let's go ahead and pop that here. We will end the turn. So they can't really use that 6 for anything. Oh, and they didn't curse us. That's actually nice. Let's go ahead and do this now. We now have a bundle of options here. Let's freeze on our dice and roll some 1. We can keep doing that a few times here. We can freeze some more of their dice that way. Can we duplicate? We can't duplicate. So for now, let's pop an ice shard here. We roll a 1. Do 1 damage, freeze 1. Oh, was that? Oh, it was Glass Cauldron we wanted to do, which is fine. We can still do that anyway. So we re-roll. So now all their dice will end up being 1s. We now have a magic missile's worth we can do over here. We can get an extra die for next turn. Do another 1. Throw this at them. So these will all be 1s. They'll do 2 poison damage. They'll curse us. So one of ours will go away, but with what we have on the board, we're fine. So, we don't care about any more Hall of Mirrors, so this 4 can just go into here. We don't care, because we don't care about Hall of Mirrors, we can, like, redo this. Now, there's our curse. With the rest, we can do this. We now have 2 evens to work with. So let's pop one of these for 8, do another one for another 8, they're down to 14. They're gonna do 3 and 2 for poisons, they're gonna curse us again. But 3 and 1, then poison. Okay, so we're hurting a little, but this is, oh, whoops. We could do 8 with that. Let's do a damage, get a new die. We got a 4. Okay. So this is 8 damage and another magic missile to kill them. So. We heal up with this. We go to the shop. Again, there should be an apple in here. I almost don't care what else is in here. This is where ideally it would have Blizzard, because what Blizzard looks like is it looks exactly like these two. It is 2 dice, and whatever 2 dice you put into it, it does that much damage, plus one freeze. But if you pop the whole thing onto the upgrade slot, it's plus 2 freeze. So we just need to make sure that we live through this fight. They have 4 dice. We immediately roll some more. Let's get ready for rerolls. Yeah, so with their 4 dice, the higher their numbers, the worse that it is for us. So, let's do this. We'll pop out a duplicate on, let's say, the 5. We'll get a new one here. I'm just looking. Glass Cauldron we could reuse. So let's actually do that. We will do this. We will I was thinking if I want to use the 4 and the 6 to, it's a Hall of Mirrors, to get another die next round. Do we want to? Yeah, we probably do. So we'll do that. We will do this. We get the reroll. So we do that. We get a new die. And this, we don't need another Hall of Mirrors. So let's get prepared to do a bunch of rerolls next turn. We've frozen 2 of their dice. So 3, 2, 1, 1. That requires an even, so they just pop the next one in here. They've done 0 damage to us. Meanwhile, we have 4 dice to work with. We'll re-roll our 1s. Well, we'll definitely re-roll this one repeatedly. Okay, And now we have glass cauldrons for use. Well, actually, but the glass cauldrons are just going to be more ones. We've already frozen 2 of them. So let's reverse it instead. We'll do ice shards as our damage at the moment. So we'll pop this into here and do 5 damage, and then pop this into here and do 5 damage. We will have frozen all 4 of their dice. This is why you want to make sure that you have something you can freeze with. They still have done no damage to us. We could do essentially the same thing as last time. So we could also use Hall of Mirrors again, but let's see here. Glass Cauldron's the one that we actually want, so we need to put a Glass Cauldron here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Freeze for 1. We will keep rolling this. We've frozen repeatedly. We will keep doing just little bits of damage here and there. Yeah, we'll re-roll the Glass Cauldron one. If we had 2 6s, yeah, we could still use that. So let's turn this into a duplicate. Whoops. We'll turn this into a duplicate. We will duplicate the 6. We will pop 1 ice shard here, do 6 damage with it. We get the last frozen. Again, they have 4 1s to work with. This also requires an even, so they still can't do anything to us. They have to pop the rest of their 1s into the next thing. Oh, and meanwhile, we have the opportunity right now to do 16 damage to them. Oh, we can do 20 damage. So we can freeze this. Oh, whoops. Whoops. I should have popped this in here. Hold on. Let's try to get an even. We just need uneven number out of this. Okay, we got it. We got it. We do this for a magic missile that requires an even, and do this for another magic missile, which requires an even. Alright. We've leveled up. Between all of these, again, dice is far more... Having an extra die is far more important even than the upgrade slot. We will get 1 more upgrade slot at the very, very end of all of this. So, here's Gold Cauldron instead of Glass Cauldron. Whereas this one, you freeze and get a 1. That one, you do a damage and get an even. Which is just like an... Like, they're just... All the Cauldrons are just variants on regular Cauldron. Where you can get 2 uses, but, like, I don't care. That would either be Duplicate, or Hall, or Ice. So, we ignore it. We hope for Blizzard, like, in this. So... The Rhino becomes a trivial fight, typically with Blizzard. The funniest fight is, we don't have up here, but it's Gargoyle. With Gargoyle, all they can do with 1s is just lock your dice out, but they can't do any damage to you. This guy, if he is one of the ones, both of these two, if they keep rolling high numbers, then they hurt you badly. So, the bird is annoying. It's just, the bird can keep silencing you. They can keep preventing you from getting dice out on the board. Essentially with silence means you can't use your limit break, the one that gives us 3 extra dice, and it would require 2 dice of our current 4, just to be able to roll any new piece of equipment out. So, and I don't think we're close to the limit breaks right now, so let's actually go this way first. Yeah, we've used the limit break recently. So, here's what we want: the Glass Cauldron, but we'll take the Ice Shard as an alternate. To at least freeze 1 of their 3 dice. Like, here's the big problem, is with a max of 4, this thing does double damage. This thing does 5 damage once they pop 12 into it. If we could keep getting their 3 dice down to 1s, then they would be able to do 1 in here, so that's only 2 damage they would be able to do. And then the other 2 1s that would pump in here. And if you do that for, it would take them like 6 turns just to do that 5 damage if you could get away with that. What I can do is that 4 and 6 as of right now is a that's an extra die for us. Also, this is a magic missile. That's 8 damage. And as of now, I have no way to. I guess we do this, or do I? I'm thinking if I want to re-roll the 1, or if I want to pop down a cauldron. I think we pop down the cauldron. That way, we're ready for next turn. Yeah, we're gonna do a preparations for next turn. I might even, now that we have that, we'll do this. We're gonna take a grunt today. Oh, they rolled low anyway, so that worked out perfect. They do 6 damage on that, pump the rest into there. Okay, but we now have 5 dice to figure out our lives. We have 2 ways to reroll. We're gonna get rid of the Hall of Mirrors at some point. So let's keep the 1 around because we can use it as yet another cauldron to reroll if we need to. Glass cauldrons will freeze and roll a 1. The upgrade. Okay, actually. So we want to re-roll 1 of these for now until it's even. Oh, even better, we can duplicate something. I'm looking and thinking. Because what we really want to do is start getting this down a bit. So let's go ahead and do this for now. We will use our 1 repeatedly. So we've now frozen that twice. Let's replace this with a cauldron. And now this is either we get ready for this as a magic missile. I don't think we do that. I think we do this the other way. We essentially prepare ourselves again. We've frozen. We'll extra freeze them. It doesn't matter. We can re-roll this, and we have 3 of those, so let's get it with a duplicate for next turn. All 3 of theirs will be 1s, so yoink. So that was a higher roll, but now they can only do 2 damage there. Pump 2 into this. So our 1, we definitely, well, we have Glass Cauldron ready, we do that. With duplicate, we do this. We can duplicate 1 more time there. There. So now we have pretty high numbered even dice. Because that's 2 magic missiles here, right? So this is 16 damage. We've already frozen them twice. Let's see. Oh, but this, we can do it yet again. Let's use 1 of our force. Do that. Reroll. That would be. We could get yet another die, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to magic missile. We're going to do another magic missile. Get that down to 17 with 4 frozen dice. And Ice Shard on odd. We have enough dice that we can probably handle. I don't think we need a duplicate anymore because they only have 17 damage left to endure. We end our turn. There's all of the frozen dice. Again, 2 damage. They're still not able to get to that point yet. We can do 8 damage. Oh, we don't have a 5. We can essentially do this. Again. And this. So, yeah. So an enemy which would normally do a crap ton of damage to us, we've, like, gotten them down to nearly nothing. We'll go ahead and eat... Is it... Again, but... Oh! This is now, like, the last fight that we do, because they're not blocking anything. We do this and this. We eat all of the apples before we get to them by that point. So let's eat 1 apple now. Well, how recently? Oh, good. We're close to the extra die. Okay. So this is a magic missile. Let's actually Glass Cauldron early here. So we get them to do 2 of those. That's going to be a Hall of Mirrors at best. Yeah, we'll Hall of Mirrors, just so it's ready to go. We'll Magic Missile while we got this. So 2 of their 4 dice, their 2 highest dice will become 1s. So they have all 1s. They can't use the dodge. They will silence us, which, like I said, is a pain in the ass. And they'll weaken 2, which means that 2 of our cards are just worse versions. So that one needs a 6 to do 5. We still have Hall of Mirrors to gain another die. Let's see here. 5 would be Cauldron. So X. Oh, but no, that's fine. We're preparing for the next part of the fight. What is normal glass Cauldron? It freezes 1 die, but we want to freeze multiple of their dice. As much as I'd love to keep Magic Missile there, I want to be able to freeze first. So they're gonna dodge the next attack with this. They got the doubles to silence. That sucks. Yeah, we need to get to the point where we're out of silence, but at least we have a bunch of dice to work with. So yeah, we don't care about this Hall of Mirrors. This being weakened is fine. We don't care about it. This one not being weakened is actually perfect. These 2 are Magic Missiles. We won't be able to use all of them though, because we need to use 2 dice to even unlock this. So, this would be a reroll. So, we could do, let's say, these 2 to unlock this. Oh, and now that we've done that, we can Crystal Ball. Let's get 1 new die. Let's get... There, now we have a couple things that if they weaken us again, it's fine. Glass Cauldron, so this only freezes 1 die, whereas if I do this, we can now freeze 1 and 2. We can Magic Missile here. And we can freeze yet another die. So now we've gotten 3 of their dice frozen. So that's all 4 1s now. They can't dodge our next attack. They'll weaken us. They'll do the 2 weaken again. They silenced us, but they silenced us after we just used our this anyway. So this freezes 1 of their dice and does. So that's 12 damage right here on that. Well, we can only use it 1 time. But here's what we can do. Is pop out a Glass Cauldron. We're gonna do this. And actually, let's keep the duplicate out. Oh, I should have done it over Hall of Mirrors, but that's okay. We frozen 3 of their dice. Again, they're just not doing much damage. We got them all 1s again, so they're not gonna dodge anything. They'll silence again. They'll weaken again. It's just an annoying fight, but oh, we can already duplicate, so do we want 5s is the question. 2 would be another duplicate. Yeah, 5s are the ones that for now. There. There. We can now repeatedly freeze this. That's 2 of their dice frozen. We can do another Cauldron over this. So we'll have 2 Cauldrons. Reroll. We don't need to duplicate, so we'll just do the 1 damage with it, which is the same as throwing it. We've only frozen 2, but that's these 2, so they'll dodge the next attack. Silence, do 1 damage. Again, they're just not doing that much damage to us. Okay, so we can duplicate. Let's see here. So the Ice Shard's the one that actually does damage. So let's keep these around. Let's also duplicate 6. We will do the reroll. Perfect. Yeah, that's actually looking pretty good. So let's unfreeze with these. We'll keep this in case we want to reroll. Ice Shard. Actually, we keep. Oh, that was 2-1. Damn. Whoops. We should have kept it around for Glass Cauldron. It's fine. We do this. We'll get 2 of theirs frozen. We've done most of our damage we want. These 2 are now frozen. They have the same roll as last time. That's a silence, a dodge. This. I do. So they've only done physically 1 damage to us pretty much each time. I do gotta remember that the first damage is gonna get dodged. So with that stated, let's make it this. We can do X amount of damage for now. And actually, we just need... Essentially, this is a magic missile right here. That's magic missile. That's the even we need for it. So here's magic missile, and here's the even. Okay. Again, this is still the last fight we do. We'll heal up again before the Rat King. Strong against poison. They have 3 dice. Let's see what would happen if they... So if they had 3 1s, they couldn't do anything the first turn. So, that's what we're looking to ideally do. So we can't do Glass Cauldron, but we can do... this is why order of operations matters. Okay, because we could have done this to duplicate before. But with what we do have, we can do this to get a new die. Unless we still want to freeze a die, right? Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get Glass Cauldron. I'm thinking. I think we want to do the damage. I think that's going to be a better use of our damage for now. We had a hope that these were low. They're relatively low. The problem with this is they roll a new die, so they get a die back. So they're going to pop the 4 and the 3 in here. They get a die back. It's a 5. They're going to get a die back. Sorry. That's where they end. They poison us 3 times. But we're also going to get our limit break as a result of this. So this time we're going to make sure to duplicate this first. We can do this, pop another magic missile to do it again. But let's reroll this. We're already to the point where they're at 7 health, so. Alright, they're gonna poison us a bundle. So there's 5, 4, and 1 into here. And then they never use this. They go this first. Now they'll put the 4 in here, and then they'll put the 3 over here. But next turn we should kill them. So they're gonna hurt us for 7 here. So there's that. But we don't even need to use the crystal ball. We literally just pop this 2 in, they're dead. It means that when we get to the skeleton, we're going to be able to... Let's first heal. When we get to them, we're going to have our limit break to be able to use on them right off the rip. We never did get what we wanted. Again, this is weaken and shock, but no damage. This one is damage. That's the... We have 6 gold, so no matter what, we can fully heal before the skeleton fight. Let's take a look at this. So this one is a freeze, but we have to keep popping it in, versus the Glass Cauldron, we can keep freezing 2 of their dice with it. So we actually won't take... We can work with a skeleton with this. Essentially, we can do more damage to them over time. With our 40 health and their 50 health. The curse kind of sucks. Essentially, every turn, they're going to take their highest numbers and do their highest numbers worth of damage across 3 dice. So again, if we could just make up their 3 dice all 1s, then they're screwed, right? Because then they can't curse us, and they'll be doing 2 damage at most. So with that stated, let's do this. Let's do a reroll. Let us pop this into duplicate. We will get an extra die. We will do another one of these so we can reroll with it. We will do a certain amount of damage, and then with Ice Shard here on Odd, we'll at least freeze one of their dice. End the turn, that becomes a 1. They're going to do 5... No, they're going to do 4 damage. They're going to curse one of ours. We gained an extra die amongst all of that, with the Hall of Mirrors we popped up here. So, because one of these is cursed, these are magic miss. Essentially, we do kind of want Glass Cauldron, though. But this is 2 magic missiles right here, the 2 3s. These are the evens required to use the magic missile. We could try freezing one right away. Oh, actually, no, one of these is odd one out anyway. We already have a magic missile ready to go with this. So, let's do this, and this again. It went away, which is fine. We will freeze one of their dice right off the rip with that. And actually, we will... This requires an odd. Yeah, which is fine. So I'll pop that over here. So now 2 of their 3 dice will be 1s. They're already half health. They're the 1, 1, and a 2. They do 2 whole damage. They do curse us again, which is fine. We are ready. Oh, we're cursed. So we want... I want to keep... Okay, that was... I was fine with. We do this. We duplicate it. This is odd, and we'll freeze one of theirs. We could get another die, but I think we're going to kill them so soon. Do another 4 damage, freeze another. They have 6 left with 2 frozen. They're all 3 1s again. This time they can't even curse us. They do 2 whole damage. Meanwhile, we could, like, this is how stupid of a setup that we have right now. Is it looks like this. Yeah, I got rid of the stuff for magic missiles and whatnot, but, like, that doesn't matter. We're now at max level. We get our last upgraded slot, so now we have 2 upgrade slots that we can pop stuff into. So let's look at this one more time. So because we didn't get Blizzard like I wanted, we might just keep this setup. We have this to do damage, we have this to do damage. The only thing is we're missing one last damage here, but this is going to keep it so the enemy's constantly rolling lots of 1s. Extra dice and the ability to duplicate dice, so I think we'll be okay with the setup. The only caveat here is if Drake... we're almost better off if Drake is here. Drake is the vampire, and if that ends up happening, that's what we would replace Glass Cauldron, because Drake requires a specific item to kill him, and it's in the next room. You pick up the item. Again, we want 3, 5, and 6 to be our weapon spots anyway. Okay, I actually don't know how... I don't think I've ever gotten to this boss with the witch, so I don't know... Oh no, they're immune to lock and freeze. We're reliant on freeze at the moment. That's a problem. Okay, so they only get 1 die, and every time that they throw a die... Okay, no. This is... Oh, but they're immune to freeze, which means that we can't constantly force them into a 1 where they just do, like, 2 damage and curse us. Okay. So mostly we want magic missiles. So then with that stated, let's pop a whole bunch of these. We don't want 5s and 6s. We want stuff like magic missiles. That'll be 8 damage. They're gonna freeze all of our dice. But because we have all of this out, there we go. We can do rerolls. So we get the ability to do damage. That's another magic missile. Yo, what's up, Locke? You're doing well. That's a magic missile, which we can do right away. Glass Cauldron is for ice. That's another magic missile, provided we can do something with it. Do we... We'll try it this way. I'm going to a sextoy party, so I'm here. Fair enough. Let's throw this over. Yeah, I've had friends who do those before. It's a very odd thing to hear. It's like, oh, okay, so it's just a party where... Oh wait, 5 damage and 8 damage we could do. Yeah, let's just do that for now. I mean, they have so little help. But yeah, it's like... it's one of those things that sounds weird. It's like, it's more like a Tupperware party. So, let's see here. I can't duplicate anything. I can spit another magic missile, but we already have magic missiles on the board. Glass Cauldron is really useless. So, yeah, since Glass Cauldron's useless, we do that. We pop a duplicate. We duplicate our 6, probably. Oh, and then we can pop this over here. So we can... Oh, I could have done that. I should have waited until this was gone. Oh, plus they cursed us, which I didn't realize. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so they're gonna curse us again. This time I'll remember that they're cursing us. Okay, so let's pop a duplicate out this time. We'll re-roll this. We will re-roll, we re-roll. Essentially we want to, oh, they're at 11 health. We can do 13 damage. So, there, we can duplicate. And then we just keep re-rolling until this thing, something gets cursed. These are all even. Even if that goes away, that's fine. We can duplicate. They're down to 2 damage, so let's throw 1 and 2. There we go. GG's. Nice. I thought I'm just gonna have to do this myself. Oh, it's not the squid anymore. Cute. You know the drill. Well done, blah blah blah. I've swung the wheel. But oh look, it seems like you don't win your heart's desire this time. What a shock. Hey, we finally done the witch here. Alright. So what are the other witch ones? One spell slot contains completely random. I actually watched a little of that. Your first dice roll is always a 6, the second's always a 5, etc. And start with a bump blade, which I think bumps you back up again. Alright, let's try this first one, because if I saw it right, you can actually keep an item that's randomized. I wonder for which. How have you been enjoying your time in the dungeon? Too easy perhaps? Maybe they'll crank up the difficulty. It's okay, I can do this. I'll be fine. It'll all be fine. That's the spirit. Can do attitude. Wow, you're my favorite. Of course, you're all doomed in the long run. It's about the journey, right? And I'm just so humbled by supported home. I am supported home, right? The audience likes me. Not all of them, my dear. Honestly, you're a bit of a divisive figure. You can win them over now if you try hard enough. Alright. So, I don't know which one's better of these two. So yeah, so you can essentially that memorized means you could keep one of these. That requires a 5. We won't bother with it. We'll just... Do I want to memorize it just to have it? I could, but I think I'd rather just throw these. Alright, they're gonna poison us a bundle. Number 4 poison. Yeah, this enemy, the sooner you can kill it, the better. Crucible, roll a burning die. That's alright. Let's pop another 1 out here and a 2 out here. Let's get a new die. Oh yeah, this isn't an actual slot, so let's just do the 3 damage. There are 5 left. This will be 1, 2, and 3, so we'll definitely kill them next turn. No matter what. They're gonna only do 2 more poison. So 5 damage here. Ooh, lightning bolt would actually be nice to keep. So I think because we popped that in, we'll already keep that. Well, it says select a slot. Normally I keep... why can't I select a slot? We can cancel. So it says memorize, select a slot, empty slot. I'm so confused. I'm clicking all the things. Hold on. Let me do that and that. Oh, does it... They mean one of those slots. Okay. Replace the spell in slot whatever with... Okay. Got it. So we would have to... We can do that. So now we needed to hope for doubles. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. We... Oh. If I end now, then we would still keep this memorized on the board. I think we're just going to have to take this as a learning experience. It's incredible that across all those rolls, we didn't roll a single double. I really don't care about nudge. Yeah, we'll just pop there. It could always be replaced. Strong against poison. Okay. Oh, I love spatula. We don't have memorized though. Let's do this again. So we can re-roll for our heart's content and do some damage. Do 3 damage and return. As much as I love spatula, it's the type of thing that doesn't really matter with the witch. Drain 1 health and get a new die. I mean, that's fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and throw it out. Okay. Oh, again, anything that it freezes, it seems to help on the witch. Magic missile. Oh, but I think we'd be fine on this slot. Because we really, we didn't even use our 5 slot by the end of the last fight. And again, 3, 5, and 6 are safe. 3, 5, and 6 are the safe weapon spots anyway, so we'll try it on 5. This will be new for me, because I usually do Magic Missile on 3. Either of these will let us go here. Yahtzee. Welcome in, Lemon. Alright, we only need to kill 2 of these. Sticky Hands, the only thing they can do is run away. I don't even know that they can hurt us. So actually, we'll save them as the last fight as a result. Welcome in. Set all... Okay, with doubles, we could set all dice to whatever we pop in there. We only have 3 dice. No crystal ball at the moment. What is Ice Shard again? Do a certain amount of damage and freeze one of their dice. So we could just make it so that way... Yeah, we can more than likely not get hurt by them. I don't want to memorize that. But infliction wouldn't be so bad. Okay, yeah, so it's either this or the freeze, so let's do this. They're gonna get to use both. Probably should have frozen them. So we just don't know what this is. Well, this will help to tell whether this is odd or even. It was odd. Let's reroll this. Let's reroll the 5 probably. Do infliction. One of the two will be 1. They'll only be able to blind to die and do no damage. 6s. So is the same vein as Blot? I haven't played Velatro. This isn't 5. Is this odd? It is odd. We can do this. What was Ice Shard again? We can freeze their other die. Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll do this. Freeze it. It is a roguelike, yes. So they'll blind one of our dice. They can't use the other. We don't know what this is. We know that this is odd. We can do the 5 damage here and another 2 damage here. Okay, well 3 damage here. Okay, so now we can avoid the sticky hands fight. Let's see what's in the store for us. Repeat no, magic shield no, magic key no. So we don't care about the store at all. I don't care about the apples at all. I don't think. What's that here? 225 damage and freeze everything over there. Alright. On odds, they'll keep freezing our dice. On evens, they'll keep burning our dice. Alright. We could potentially keep pausing them to only have 1s. Let's also keep a magic missile around for some damage. They have 2 1s. One of ours will be a 1 that we get to reroll anyway. Let's see here. So these require even. That requires odd. Yeah, let's just do the 5 damage and another 5 damage with a freeze. I should have thrown my other die. That's okay. Yeah, we just need to live through this fight at this point. Reroll. Do another reroll probably. Yeah, we'll do another reroll. Do 5 damage here. Do that. Throw the other so they're at 1. One of those becomes a 1. And we should... I mean, I could just throw a die. Yoink. Okay. I guess I should have waited around to see if I wanted to keep the random card. Alright, we are fully healed. Let's see what's here. Hollow Mirrors, we definitely want. Again, don't need the apples. I don't even know that we want to use the crystal ball. We'll see. Well, they take one of our gold. They can only do that once. Like I said, they can only run away at this point. Let's take the extra die. Let's reroll that. Do... What is an inflictions upgrade? Do 4 damage instead of 3 damage. That's... doesn't seem worth it. Let's see here. Yeah, so they only have 1 die to eventually reach 20. Let's see if we can kill them before then. I can heal, that's irrelevant. I can gain another die. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, we won't need yet another, so let's do that. Oh, I guess I could have... whatever. On the turn, let's see what they roll. A 2. There are 5 dice now to badly hurt them. We might have to roll... What do we have to hurt with? Magic Missile, really. Which is on 5s and needs evens. So, oh, and we have an upgrade slot. So that means upgraded magic missile. Which would be 8, right? So that's 16 damage. Well, we definitely don't need that. We don't care about that. Okay. Oh, also give me 2 seconds. Oh! Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I forgot that I saw that one of my Amazon packages got delivered an hour ago, and I just saw that another different one just got delivered right now. There we go. And I had some very sketchy neighbors. So sketchy that the eviction notice for them is still currently on their door. So I wanted to make sure to deal with it right this moment. So, we have a billion magic missiles here, because we have this... We have this, and then we do 3 damage. They didn't even hurt us. We don't have to heal up. My lighting looks a little off. Let me click my virtual cam and just click refresh on it, just see if that helps at all. Oh, I know why the lighting is off. It's because when I open the game up, click... It's a red screen like you see on stream, and so it's reflecting off my face. Alright, there was nothing in here, right? Yeah, I don't care about anything in here. Okay, next. We don't need heals, we just need to get to these other cards and whatnot. Now I will finally use this, now that it's helpful. Can't even use Magic Barrier, let's... Oh, Hall of Mirrors we can use right now, though. Yoink. We don't care about this potential Hall of Mirrors. Ice Shard could be good, right? On odd, we get to freeze one of their 3 dice. Essentially, if we could make all of these ones, that'd be ideal. What would happen is they would keep popping ones into here. It would, this is essentially a crowbar build. So if you put whatever number gets popped into here, each of these gets reduced by the number that's there. But if you just kept making them ones, then they would keep using it to make all of these go down by 1. But it would take them 6 turns to then do 3, 6, 9, 12 damage. So, let's do... We don't need another of these, so let's do a reroll of these. Let's do one more reroll with it. Yeah, we get a 5. So actually now we could do a magic missile for 8 damage. Or we could do 5 damage and freeze it die. Or we can add 5 shield and then just prepare ourselves. Let's add the 5 shield and prepare ourselves for next round. Okay, they didn't have anything matching, so they're gonna pop 3 in here, do 3 damage. We're shielded against part of it. That's not too bad. Okay. We have yet another cauldron. Reroll across all of these until we get something more interesting. That's far more interesting. We can freeze one of these. We can magic missile on another. And then... Do we want... They only have 4... I don't think anything matters at this point. Let's just throw this. One of their powers becomes a 1. It was just ideal we froze that, because then they couldn't use it here. They're gonna have done only 1 damage to us this whole fight, whereas I could throw all of these. Just do 8 damage. Excuse me. Alright. Yep, we are one damage down. We gain... Nah, I don't care about counterspell. Let's just go into handyman. We won't even need those. Alright, we're gonna get a full heal after this fight. What is Ice Shard again? That freezes one of their dice. They're gonna keep combining stuff, and they're gonna keep making it so one of our equipment would need a die rolled on it. So the sooner we can get equipment out right now, the better. I don't want memorized, so we're gonna re-roll this no matter what. That's it. We'll re-roll this also. We can at least freeze one of theirs by doing this, so let's do that. We have a bunch of equipment out, like I wanted. Okay, they're gonna combine. They only get a 3 out of it. They're gonna use the 3 here. There's the 1... Oh, and I think the 1 shock is only if it's a 6, so they didn't shock anything. Magic Missile is what we want. I don't care to memorize this thing, so we will do this to get a new die. We do like Ice Shard. We only need 1 of the Magic Missile, though. Okay, so let's do this. We will do 5 damage and freeze the die. Whoops. I say whoops. We can also get another die out of this. Because I can either do this and freeze their next die. I might just do that. So another Ice Shard, do another 4 damage. 2 of their dice are now frozen. They're at all 1s. They can scarcely do anything. They do 2 whole damage to me and then pop 1 more into the pea shooter. Okay. I don't care about that. Let's redo this. Let's do 5 damage and freeze a die, and then Magic Missile for 8 damage. So their 5 becomes a 1. They're gonna combine their 3s to make it a 6. It is 6 damage on me, which will inflict a shock this time. Now I have my crystal ball, but I should be able to do enough damage to them like this. Alright. Full heal. Here's our duplicate on... We're almost at the point... We have the Magic Missile already. We have something here. We need this to be an attack. So, while this is an attack... Like, the point being, I could put it here over Memorize. And still have an infliction as an attack. Well, what are our attacks right now? On 6 and 5. So we could try it. And then I just like to Memorize because then we can potentially get a free Blizzard and then replace our Ice Shard. But it might be nicer just to have something that's definitely damages. We'll see if it even allows us to do this. Unspell. Alright, so we've lost Memorize as a spell, essentially. I don't care about poison. We've already fully healed. Look at this. Alright, we gain a whole bunch. Do 1 damage, get an odd die. Okay. Sure. Let's also duplicate, so we can do that. Let's see here. So let's actually look at what we have. We have the potential for a Magic Missile right here, and the even to be able to use it. We have an Ice Shard, and then the 6 to be able to pop on it. Because we would do it on the plus version of it. Oh, but we also have Hall of Mirrors. So let's Hall of Mirrors so we have another die to use in a moment. So we could do one more damage. We'll do the one more damage and see what else we get from these 4. Okay, just another 4. That's fine. So what we end up doing from here is... I think I'd rather the damage more than anything. What I mean is order-wise. We do that and 4 damage plus freeze one of theirs. Then we pop out Magic Missile and do 8 damage. And now the Magic Missile is ready next turn. We end this. We have another die next turn. Alright, they get to do the 3. Everything else is pumped in here. They're another enemy. The more 1s you give them, the better. So we can get rid of Hall of Mirrors. So we need an even. We have an even. We have one of these to redo a Magic Missile. Oh, and we can duplicate. So actually, let's duplicate this. And then right away, we can do this. We can pop out the Magic Missile. Do it. That already is Magic Missile, so let's just reroll. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're gonna kill them by the next turn anyway. Literally doesn't matter. So this is yeah, they're gonna pop everything into here. Double our poison. Okay. That wasn't terrible. Literally, we could just throw the dice at them and then kill them. Okay. Before we leave anywhere, what do we got in here? Getting even another one that's just status effects. We literally can't eat this other apple. That was counter spell. Can't eat that apple. This was slime. We're leaving. Alright. So, yeah, again, that loud bird is far and away one of the most annoying enemies as we saw last time. And we only have 3 dice this time. I think, did we have 4 dice last time to deal with them? I can't remember. We have to kill everything on this floor. Oh, unfortunately, every single one of these enemies is protecting one of the heals. These are the 2 enemies, though, that are protecting the 2 places where we can get new equipment. I can't even use that. Let's do this to duplicate. We'll re-roll this. Do we duplicate it again? I think we do. Because the first thing we do is pop out this. And then I think where the duplicate is, we pop yet another. So that way we have 2 opportunities to freeze their 4 dice next round. The 6 becomes a 1. The even, so they will dodge. They did get... At least the damage they're doing is 1, because they're doubles with a 5. Okay, so they're going to dodge the first thing that we throw at them. Oh, the max of 3 kind of sucks. So they're gonna dodge this 1 damage. That's fine. This thing says reusable though. So let's go ahead. Well, that just inflicts 1 freeze and is reusable, whereas this one does 2 damage and freezes. So we will do this and this. They're at 1s and a 2. The 2 will go into the dodge. They get to silence. Dodge. They'll do 1 damage. Okay. Let's see here. We can inflict 1 freeze here. That's okay. We can do... Oh, that's right. They dodged one of those. So I should have done that first. I forgot about that part of it. So... They get the even. They didn't get double, so they don't silence us this time. So that's good. Because we're not silenced, let's go ahead and do this now. We will re-roll these guys. 1 damage. There's their dodge used. Those are 2 magic missiles already. And we don't have a 6 for Hall of Mirrors, so let's do that. Do this for a magic missile. Do this for another magic missile. their 8 away. We will freeze another one of their dice. They'll get the 2 1s out of that. But yeah, like the 2 and 3 1s is fine. We already used this, so we don't care. We already have enough stuff on the board to be able to use against them. Again, they're gonna do one. They're gonna avoid their first attack. So this will do 5 damage. This is an attack they'll avoid. Oh, and we can do this. So they avoid this. That needs a 6 to 5 damage. That needs odd. Okay. So we took very little damage there. I might not even eat the apple. Let's find out. Roll a burning die. We already didn't care about that before. Yeah, again, the moment we defeat the second of these 2 enemies, we will get a full heal. At which point the other apple will be useless. So with that stated... Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. So yeah, we do this first to get the opportunity to get cards, but put them in before the next enemy. Okay, well, while this match is here, that feels like it might be useful, because we can get a duplicate out of it. Oh, we can also get a magic missile out of it. I guess we do the magic missile. Oh, and we get an ice shard over here. Okay, cool. That wasn't so bad. But what do their 4 dice do? They're another one where 1s really help. But I don't have enough ways to just cause a bunch of 1s on the board. Just looking, I can do 2 damage and cause... We'll try to reroll. Okay. We'll do this and this. We'll throw the last dice to do 2 damage. 2 of their dice will be 1s. So, there we go. That min 4, they can't use either of those. What does Vanish do? Duplicate dice are immediately destroyed. Got it. Okay. Oh, I have Catastrophe. That would be interesting, but I would have to do it, like, right now. I might do it just to see how it works out for me. Yeah, so 1 was burned, 1 was, one of them was frozen. One of their equipment got electrified, shocked. That's the word I was looking for. This is 8 damage. Do that. Oh, we can do magic missile too. Let's spit out another one. Roll the burning die reuse. Well, that's fine. We'll just freeze one of their dice. Do this. 8 damage. They need 8 damage. There's the roll of burning die that we're talking about. We'll throw that at them. Okay, so they'll do the 6 on here. But they didn't get to do vanish. As long as any of these was even, we were fine. We do this. Okay, again, when we go to them, we'll be gaining a full heal anyway, because we level up in 3, they're level 3. Let's eat everything there. Hope for Blizzard. Oh my god, there actually is Blizzard here. Let's get rid of Ice Shard. Learn this spell. Blizzard literally makes things so trivial, typically. So things are slightly different for me, because I'm used to having Magic Missile on 3, Duplicate on 2, not having Infliction, but usually 5 is where... So essentially, 5 is one that typically gets left out of the mix, but... So this would typically be Duplicate, which we have. This would typically be Magic Missile, which we have. This would be Blizzard, which it is. This is Hall Mirrors, which it is. And this is Cauldron, which it is. So this is the only one where I would have an open spot, 5. And we just need something to attack with. And we do have something to attack with, Infliction. So, with that stated... Oh, not only do you want to have it be something you can attack with, but you want it to be something you can attack with that only requires 1 die that has no limitations. So this requires 2 dice. So because I wanted to check the shop if we should replace it. I don't want to replace it with that. Was this one of those? Rolls of burning dice? No. So I think we're fine then. We'll do this. Oh, we get to use Crystal Ball right away, which is nice. So we do have Magic Missile immediately. We also have Duplicate. So we have this for a Magic Missile. We have this for a Magic Missile. We have... Do I just want to pop another Magic Missile? Maybe. And then re-roll this. And we were just hoping for an even there. Yeah, let's just throw it in the turn. They have all odds. They can only add thorns. It does mean that we will, every time we attack here, they're gonna hit us for 3. This will do 3 damage to us, but it was worth it because we can do. Oh wait, yeah. No matter what, we have to do this as multiple attacks, right? We're gonna try this. So we're gonna do this for 12 damage. We're just gonna try throwing the last die and see if it does 3 damage or not. So at 26, it does still do damage to throwing a die. It doesn't matter because we get a full heal. But that was something I wanted to learn. We can get an extra die. Right, because last time they offered a die or an upgrade slot or a prepared slot. But this time, one of our 4 slots isn't a slot. It's just a constant random item that shows up. So, I think we have everything we want here then. This was just an apple we can't really use. A lightning bolt that we don't really want. And that thing, whatever, it was the burn thing. Okay, again, a skeleton that's off to the side is perfect. Paper Knight is a pain in the ass, but at least now we do have the ability to blizzard repeatedly. I'm wondering which order I want to do these in. If I do this first, then I have 2 apples we can have access to in case we need in preparation for these fights. Or we can go this way first and then potentially see if there's any better equipment. We have 4 dice to work with. Alright, the Kraken fight can be a pain. You essentially need to get everything out right away. I can't duplicate anything. I can't haul a mirrors. Well, since I can't haul a mirrors, let's do this. Blizzard is perfect. This will freeze 2 of their dice. And we want to have equipment out more than anything because of what they're about to do here. So 2 of those become 1s. There. Yeah. That's a pain. The blind is a pain. At least they don't curse us. We get our crystal ball early here. Alright, this will be another blizzard. To make a bunch of 1s out of it. Oh, we can. Here's where we can see the shock in play. So here's where we'll find out how much these 2 are worth. So from 34 to 28, so those are 6 total. Let's pop another one of those down. We have now frozen 4 of their 5 dice. I could have Hollow Mirrored also, but I kind of like that as a move better. Let's use an Infliction. Reroll the other that would be Infliction. We'll just throw this at them. So, let's see what it's like to for them to have 4 1s. They can't use the even, they can't use the curse, so the only thing they can do is blind us. They can't even hurt us at this point. Well, let's well, actually, we can duplicate, but we can only really duplicate a 4 at this point. Actually, no, this won't be such a bad idea. So, if we do that, we'll even pop it over the cauldron. We will, instead of doing the 4, it just needs a min of 4. So this is 1, 2, or a 3. And this is either a 5, a 4, 5, or a 6. So, we can actually use that to our advantage. Either we do them here, we do these here, and we know we're getting at minimum 8 damage because these are either 2 4s, 2 5s, or 2 6s. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. If we did that, that'd be at minimum 8, 9, 10, 11. We could do that. Let's find out. It was... I didn't quite see or think about that. Let's see here. Just do this. We could throw this at them, but let's see what it ultimately was. It was a 2. 2 of their dice will be frozen, so they have 3 1s. They have no 4s, they can't curse us, they can do that. They have no evens, so they can't do that. So it's just this. They only need to take on 3 damage. We can do 7 damage here. Yeah, so that was a pretty good fight. Again, Skeleton I'm now no longer worried about because we have Blizzard. Let's do this next without healing. We get our Blizzard right away. We also get Duplicate immediately. So let's go... oh, and we have Magic Missile? My cup runneth over. Yeah, if we could get all 1s would be ideal, but we don't have enough to work with for that. So instead of Duplicate, let's get ready for 5 damage on a Magic Missile next turn. And then we'll do 12 damage, we'll freeze 2 of theirs. Yeah. Low numbers are good for this fight. They can only do 1 damage, that's all they can do with that. Low numbers aren't as good for us, but... Alright, we have 5 damage we can do up here. With a reroll, we can do a max of 4 damage and weaken them. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We will do that, and this, and these. We're probably going to use the 3 to duplicate. But we got to weaken, we get those turned into 1s. So they'll go ahead and do the 3 damage. Pop the rest into here. That's it. That's their turn. So this is potentially 12, 17. So that is 5 damage. This is 12 damage plus 2 frozen dice. And then this is the odd one out, regardless. So we'll redo it. Let's use it to duplicate. And now it's not the odd one out. Ready for this? 12 damage, 6 damage on this plus a shock, and another 5 damage. That couldn't have worked any better, I don't think. Alright. So, like I said, this should be a trivial fight. Let's see if there's anything we can replace. Reusable 2 damage. We can buy this if we need to. So let's say we eat one of these. So we're at full health before even going to either of these 2 fights. This is the bigger pain in the ass fight at this point. Do I want a reusable dagger instead? Reusable on 2 versus infliction, which does 3. I think this is better, because then it means it doesn't matter what we get stuck with at the end. If we have like a couple dice at the end and we don't have anything to do with them, we could just keep popping them into this. So I think we will do that and pop that on infliction. So weak to fire, we have ice other than fire. They have 3 dice. Every time they do evens, they do 9 damage. Well, then 9 damage, then 7, then 5, then 3, then 1, essentially. But if we could prevent them from getting evens, then the only thing they could do is keep locking our dice. So with that stated, with the drain, we could do a magic missile with those, or we could reverse that and pop one of these in, do a blizzard, and already. So I mean, I already know what I'm leaning towards is do this and this, and then we can have that out and ready to go for next turn to do some more damage. 2 1s and a 3. They're only odds, no damage this turn. 2 of our dice are locked, but we also can just keep. If we had duplicate, that would have been ideal. But with that, we don't. We still do 10 damage and freeze 2 of theirs and the turn. Those become 1s. They can lock 2 of our dice again, but no damage. We get a 6 and a 1. We can re-roll the 1. Get a magic dagger instead of this. So we can either do 5 damage or do 7 and freeze 2 more of the dice again. These 2 are 1s. They're gonna do the 9 damage this time with the even. They roll all evens. 2 locked dice. But now we could throw that out. I don't think we need to. I think we're just gonna do what we've been doing. Let's see if we can get a little higher number. We can't. Lower number. That's okay. We'll end the turn. These become 1s. They're gonna do 7 damage this time with the 2. Lock 2. Just hope we get 10 worth out of this. Oh, that sucks. Just looking. We'll do this. If I do this, then we kill them definitely. So there. Just before they do any more damage to us. I guess it's irrelevant because I was going to be able to eat this and this regardless before this fight. And there's another one in the shop, another apple, if we had needed it. But this fight's going to get us a full heal. Well, we get our blizzard immediately again. Also, we do have duplicate out and ready to go. Let's put this out. Let's re-roll our lowest number. Oh, not only that, we could now also have an extra die for this fight. Let's take... I'm thinking, I'll put it over the duplicate, because we can... I'd rather have re-rolls. We won't do the blizzard yet. So, they are going to get away with the 2 of these, and they're going to get a curse on us. Which is actually fine, because now I'm glad that we didn't get this to go away. Let's do the reroll. Let's see if we can get a duplicate out here. Can we keep it? We can. See, can we get an extra? Right, here's the curse, which is fine, because our next plan is to do that. And then let's also keep another duplicate out here. In case they do end up cursing us, we'll just throw that. Two of their 3 dice are 1s, and a 2, so they will curse us. So one of these will go away as a result. Let's try that. Got it. We'll try this. That's the one that goes away. Oh, we can now do a counter spell with the 2. Do this, we'll re-roll. Oh, and have another duplicate. Alright. So 3. Except the 2 was to make sure they couldn't curse us now. They only did a couple damage. We get to roll a whole bundle of dice this turn. We're not cursed, so we can make a bundle of 6s for our blizzards. So we could do this, pop another blizzard, do another 10 damage. Yeah, this is why you want blizzard when you're a witch. Oh, we can take another upgraded slot. So that means 2 upgraded slots, 1 regular slot. We don't need the apple. We're definitely not using the meteor. So, this is the spell book that we take into Beatrice. Okay. And we get our blizzards again. And a Hall of Mirrors prepared and ready to go for us. Yeah, so she can potentially shock stuff, and on an even she can dodge. So the sooner we can get, we're gonna need more dice for the fight. And then for now, it's not the 2 damage that we care about, it's the fact that we're gonna freeze 2 of our dice. That's gonna really help us at the moment. So those 5s become 1s. She will dodge. She'll use. She didn't use the even to dodge. So it's just one of our equipment is shocked. But meanwhile, we get another dice for the rest of the fight. We could magic missile. We could freeze again. We don't have duplicate. So let's use this. Oh, whoops. That's actually not what I meant. But it works even better, I think. You get yet an extra die. 5 on here to do. Let's decide between the 2 by re-rolling this. Either we can do 8 damage here, or we can do 4 plus this damage with the blizzard. But actually, again, the dice are the thing that matter more. We did just get an extra die out of our move. She only has 5. She's gonna shock one of ours. That's it. That's gonna be her whole move. Meanwhile, we have 6 dice to work with now. Let's see here. I'm looking because we actually have a lot of options to go through. I can use this to duplicate one of these. I could make them. Let's see. Right away, we have an upgraded magic missile ready to go. Let's say we use one of these to take away the magic missile, 1 to do the magic missile for 8 damage. Do 2 of these to freeze 2 of our dice to do 7 damage. Let's have another potential 5 damage here. Let's see here. I gotta reroll it. I think what I'm gonna do is redo this. Again, since it's the upgrade of Hall of Mirrors, we just need any evens. Get yet another die. Those 2 become 1s. He has no evens. He still can't dodge attacks. He can just do 2 shocks to us. I now get a billion dice to work with. There we go. So let's look this over. So we can get another die if we want to. We could pop another blizzard here, and then just do a crap ton of damage in blizzards alone. What was this one? We can do damage, get a new die, do a weaken and a shock. Like, we've taken our 4 dice, they're all 1s, so you can only pop them all into one thing and do nothing to us. Meanwhile, I have this many dice now. This is stupid. We could cure poison with this, but that's kind of irrelevant. What is our highest numbers at the moment? 11, 15, 19, and she has 17, so we do this, and we win. Look, you've won yet another episode. Congratulations. Yeah, those blizzards are stupid. What? Oh no, how unexpected. I've spun the wheel and it doesn't look like you're taking home the prize this time. Alright, well, we're getting there. We've done all the 1s and 2s for everything. So, what else have we unlocked? Your first roll is always a 6, second 5, start with a bump blade. Or... eliminate. So is 4 always elimination round? Where there it was, where there it is, there it is. Yeah, looks like it always is. So yeah, so an elimination round just means that enemies have higher health and they always have, like we just have the upgrade slots, the enemies always have upgraded versions of stuff. Oh, that's going to be a pain because you don't really do that much damage with the Witch, and it's so highly dependent on getting freeze, and then apparently not getting the one boss that's that freeze can't be used against her. All right, well, do I do another Witch run then? I mean, that's what we titled the stream, right? This sounds like it's gonna be awful. This really sounds like it's gonna be awful. What is a bump blade? Do 1 damage and get a new die. Okay, so it bumps back up. So it's like a cauldron it's like a mixture between a cauldron and a reverse nudge. Because cauldron will let you do 1 damage and then roll for a new die of some sort. Glass and silver and whatever cauldrons are the different type of effects that a cauldron could change a die into, like an odd number, an even number. And then bump is nudge is what takes you down by 1, bump is what takes you up by 1. So that's why it's called the bump blade. We also, so it's bump blade instead of cauldron, and then it's infliction with a max of 5, which makes sense. Because a 6 that getting bumped would give you an extra die, which would be OP. Okay. Well, that means that infliction is so we can try to make a similar setup to what we usually have then. And now that number 6 is taken up by what Blizzard would normally be, we just need to make sure number 1 gets some kind of cauldron if we can find one. Okay. Let's see if we can formulate a plan on the fly here. Well, we got a 6. So we can do another bump blade. We can also do an infliction. So this will be a 5 then. And then we could do another infliction. That kind of makes sense. I think no matter what, it's going to take us 3 turns to kill them. Luckily, they only rolled 1 even there. We could do yet another infliction over here. Because these 2 are useless to us. There we go. They only have 1 even again. They'll poison us for 2 more. Will be a 3. Yeah, this whole turn could go really badly if they roll 3 evens twice. But anyway, this does 9 damage at this point. They don't even have that much health. Okay, what do we got here? So Nudge, the one that I don't care about typically, but now it could get us to move up and down. But that stated, I still don't think I care about it. put it down. I'm thinking, what is our normals? This is duplicate. This is magic missile. And this is an attack. So I guess we'll learn it on there. Oh, okay. So 654. So are our next ones 3, 2, 1? Is that what they're saying? So let's pop an infliction. This gets bumped to become another infliction. Then we could do another bump blade or do 3 damage now. I guess we'll do the 3 damage now. But let's see if I'm getting that right. So we have 3 dice now. Are they going to be 3, 2, 1? They are. And then if I roll this, it'll be 6, 5, 4. Okay, I understand now. But that's good, right? Because then we can... Once we get enough... We just need to get to the point where we're getting a bunch of equipment done. So the ones that are useless to us are definitely 1. I don't really care about nudge. Pop another infliction out. And then throw some fire back at them. Okay, we get Ice Shard out of this. And anything that gives us ice. It requires odd, so let's pop it on an even. So I think we're fine doing it on there. That requires an odd, but like I also don't want to regret missing one of these. It'll keep being 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which means that we'll constantly have 2 odds and an even, and then 2 evens and an odd. I guess for now we'll put it there. Alright, they only have 1 die at a time. Here's our 6, 5, 4. We'll pop out our infliction. Pop out our other infliction. What is their 3? They're gonna do 4 poison to us. They get it back. They can't. Oh, they don't get it back. They can't use it though. So with our 3, 2, 1, we could bump this up to be an Ice Shard. We could force that to be a 1, but let's not. They haven't used 1 yet. What is their 1? That would do 5 damage if we had let them do that. Okay. This will let us have everything on the field. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I definitely don't care about 3s, which is empty anyway. I don't care about magic shield. Okay, so we can do 5 damage. So that is going to be a 1 for them now. They only have 5 health. And we have 2 things that each do 3 damage. Let's just throw this. That's a 1. Yeah, okay. Which is fine. We get 1s, but we also get to pop them into here again. Okay, so the wizard is a bit more of a pain in the ass fight. So much so that I think we have to eat both of these. Just to make sure we live through this. Okay. We do this to get an infliction out, another infliction. Yeah, with no magic missile yet, this is kind of awful. One freeze, one burn, but also we get to do our 6-5-4 again. We could pop out a shield and shield for 3. Oh, it was any odd. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Well, we can't use the 6 there anyway. Okay, we're shielded for 3. Again, this is one of those times we just need to live through the fight. They can only use one of these two, they're both odd. Again, this just needs any odd to shield. So yeah, let's just we'll try this to see if we can hurt them more than they can hurt us. That's 9 damage minus the 3. I'm gonna do this in hold. That's 2. If thrown fire die kills them. Okay. A little close, but we're there. Do our upgrade slot. What is this? Hall of Mirrors. Which, oh, that's what our 4 normally is. And Hall of Mirrors still needs a 6. What is it? 3 is normally Magic Missile, which is something that requires an even. But we can put Magic Missile on 1 if I put this on 3. Okay. Here's the problem. We would then only get to use... I now see part of the trick of all of this. Magic Mirror requires a 6, but we only get 6 when we roll. Every time we roll, we either roll 1, 2, 3, or we roll 4, 5, 6. So the turn that we get a 6 is the same turn that we also get the 4 and the 5. This is the only thing doing damage. Unfortunately, well, this is like my only ice thing. I think this is... We still want this on 4. I probably should have ignored it first. Here's our Magic Missile, which we definitely want. Oh, and we really want it on 5 because we'll definitely have a 4, 5, 6 then. No, we can still do it on 3, and then when we'll roll a 3, 2, 1, and we'll use the 2 for the Magic Missile. We'll see if that is still a feasible thing. I don't care about the others. I might die during this whole round. We'll see how it works out. Let's go ahead and do this now. I don't think we have any apples left, so whatever health we come out of this fight with is just what we're gonna have. So they're gonna keep doing damage, and with the rest of theirs, they're gonna keep poisoning us. We got rid of the thing that's gonna force them to have 1s. So, with this upgrade, Hall of Mirrors can give us an extra die, which we could put here. Magic Missile would do 8 damage if kept here. Essentially, with Magic Missile here, we should be able to theoretically end this whole thing in 3 turns. That needs an odd. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So, we're gonna get an extra die out of this, which will be interesting. Now it won't be 6, 5, 4, and then 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be slightly off from that. We did protect from the only damage that she's been able to do to us. So we could do 8 damage here. We can shield again with that. Get another 6 for that. do this damage, end the turn. We're shielded again from some damage about to happen to us. Okay, 4 poison. So this is going to be most of our damage we take, is that. With this, we now can just throw stuff. So we only took 4 damage total. That's not too bad. But again, so we can't heal unless there's an apple here. There isn't, so we continue. Ugh. Alright, the alchemist is a pain in the ass also. I think we fought her on one of our streams. Alright, that apple being there, is that fine? It's not great. No, that apple's fine. So we make the 100 jar the last one that we go to. This has the potential of being 2 equipment and this 1 equipment that we want. So this is where we go first. Weak to ice. We got rid of the only thing that freezes. Let's go ahead and do this. We will... Do we just bump blade or do we... I guess we infliction. Oh, they can only work with evens and they had 2 very high evens. Okay. Well, we got the extra die out of this whole fight. Those are 4 damage just throwing it at them. Magic missile. We could get another magic missile right now. That actually might make more sense even. We'll take more dice in a moment. Do the 1 extra damage worth. Can't even use the magic shield. Oh my god, they're gonna do 12 damage right now. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, we'll kill them, but that is unfortunate. Okay. So the next fight will fully heal us. No. Please be an apple in here. I think we need to... I don't even care about these anyway. So we get the apple. We have half health to deal with the alchemist. This might just be the end of our run, though. Without even looking what they... so, if I remember right, they have a thing on the right that turns them into a bear. Yeah, transform them into a bear. They get 12 health, and then all of these become something different. Right now, they get 8 damage with this, 8 damage with this, and then another 5 with that. So that's 21 damage, and I have 18 health. And I have no way to force their dice to be lower at the moment. Damn. No, wait. Okay. Just looking at the best way I can get a whole bunch of damage out of this. We could pop up a magic shield. Let's pop up a magic shield just in case. That feels like one of the best throws they could have. Right, they do 8 damage. They can't do the next amount. As long as we can kill them right here, then we're fine. This is 8. This would be 9. Yeah, we can kill them, right? Because that's 8 damage, 9 damage, and then we throw the last 2 dice. Whew! Alright. We fully heal from that. We get to duplicate. So we replace our nudge that we haven't even been using anyway. Yeah, we didn't care about this. We don't care about that. So we need to do this fight mostly to be able to level up next floor. We're also gonna get this next turn, so let's go ahead and do this, and then instead of throwing that, we'll make it another bump. Okay, they'll inflict 2 poison here, pop the rest into this. The sooner we can kill them now, the better. That stated, let's do this. We can pop an upgraded magic missile. So I'm looking through everything that I can and need to do. Essentially, so here's a magic missile usage, and then this to then use, let's say, another. No, hold on. So let's say this was our magic missile usage. That was the even. We can then duplicate, like the 6, for example. We have 2 6s. Pop another magic missile here. I don't know that this is all the right order of all of this stuff. Okay, and then with this 5, it's just a matter of, do we throw it at them or do we pop an infliction on here? I think we just throw it and we just take whatever they're about to do to us. Oof! Alright, well they didn't get the double off, so as long as we kill them here, then we're fine. Yeah, that's the one thing I found with the witch, is some of your fights get really dicey, and then as long as you live through those like really dicey fights, then you're fine after that. There's nothing else that we can remotely use here, right? No blizzard. Alright. Well, Stereo Head is typically the easiest. This one says super. Loudbird has been annoying, but hasn't been doing much damage to us. But we've also been able to dictate the fights by freezing stuff, and we don't have any freeze. So we need to do these 2 fights and hope that there's better freezing items in there. Let's see how stupid this fight is. They're weak to shock. We don't have anything with shock, I don't think. Yeah, see, it would be ideal. Well, no, actually, if we kept freezing, we would keep giving them 1s. They would keep weakening. They would do 4 weakens every time. If we had a way to force them into evens, that would be ideal. For now, let's do this. We'll do the other bump blade. So we'll have the extra die every time. They can use both of those. They'll do 4 weakens. I think that's what's super. I think they normally only have 1. I think this is the move. Let's do this and shield up for the time being. So we didn't do any damage. They can't do anything, but at least we're now shielded, and we now have this many dice to work with. We can even get another die by bumping this up to a 6 and popping it in here. Might as well. So I shielded up for 6. We did a decent chunk of damage. Yeah, shielding for 6 I feel is a good move. Yeah, So they'll weaken us for 2 here, but not 4, which is good. That needs a 6 to be able to do 5 damage. We can shield again. We could duplicate and get more. It's not. I don't think it's a terrible idea. And then over here we can do. Oh, we should have done it over here to make it 8 damage, but that's okay. Let's do. We've been doing that every time, so let's keep the duplicate out and ready to go. They can only use one of these. We were shielded for it. We have a lot of dice to work with. Let's do our shield. We'll do. We don't need another hole in theirs. Magic shield needs on. We'll keep a duplicate up here and then throw that. Okay. They get to use both of these, but we're shielded for 4 of it. Okay, but all things said and done, for a super enemy, we have 7 dice and they only have 7 health, so there we go. I'll take that. Okay, we can eat one of those if we feel we need to. This is... Nope. Are we going to full heal after this fight? No, we're gonna full heal after this fight. At which point that apple is useless, so... Right? Which means that we heal up as full as we can now. No, it means that we fully heal just before here. Let's do this anyway. Just in case this thing goes really awry. There should again be an apple in here. So, we'll see how it goes for us. I've been liking doing this to start. I like that as our beginning move, just to give us the extra die for the fight. So they're gonna lock. I'm really gonna like it now because they just locked us out of 2 dice. They didn't even damage us, but with all that stated, we have more dice to work with. So we can do our magic missile. We can. What else can we do? We can get another die. We can't duplicate anything, so let's just do this now. Bump that up. Bump it up again. Bump it up so we can actually do the damage with that. And just throw the last one. Okay. Alright, we'll get one of these off with the 6. And then the other one, they can't change the weather yet. That'll give them a whole new set of cards plus a heal. For now, pretty good. We could get another die out of this. Alright, that would be another die. This is 8 damage on here. 2 bumps would get us another magic missile to throw out, but then we wouldn't have anything to bump it with. So if we don't do the extra die, then we do this now. We bump this up twice. And now we have an option. We either do the 8 damage now or we get the extra die. I think we do the 8 damage now, throw the other. The only thing she can do is change the weather. So gain 3 health back. Then she's going to do a break this and keep doing whatever we want to. So I'll do that without thinking about it too hard. Yo, what's up, Sneaky? Hope you're doing well. I need the two evens here, so that's this and this. No, I don't think I had a good way to use the... Oh, I probably did have a good way to use the bump blade to prevent that. That's fine. How's the game going? Not too bad. This is a new class for us that we're playing. I mean, I played it once before on stream, but I did badly. I kept playing it off stream to learn how to do it. I pretty much know how to play this class very well now. Alright, they're going to dodge the first thing you throw at them. Yeah, so we've already beat it as the class one time. Well, twice now. There's 6 different game modes or whatever for it, though. We've done the first 2. We're on the 3rd one. So going pretty well in that case. Like, we haven't lost any of our battles in any of the episodes. So this is still good. We can do another here. We can bump this up to do yet another. And then we're good. Here's our full heal. There's our extra die. Yeah, so like I said, that apple was worthless. That is just a way to delay dying. This is still the only one we could take is Shockwave. But like realistically, what would we replace? Oh, Infliction is what we would replace. Because we just haven't been using that whatsoever. I just don't want to buy it in the off chance that there is Blizzard on the next floor. I'm just gonna do this and hope. Just hope that there's Blizzard right there. But to even get there, we have to do 2 of these fights. Either these 2 or... No, only these 2. We can't get through that way. So we need to do these 2 fights plus this to even get to that. Just to get Blizzard, which would only work on Wicker Man. And their shtick is fire, not ice. That fight's gonna suck now because we're not giving them all 1s. In fact, a couple of these fights are gonna suck really, really badly. Is this apple useless? I think that apple's useless. Because we have to fight this to get to this apple. We have to fight them and them to get to that apple. So yeah, that apple is just stuck. Oh, alright. Well. This is the least bad of everything. Across their 4, if the moment they get doubles, they curse me, and this just means if they keep rolling high numbers. If they roll 4, 5, 6, like 1, 4, 5, 6, then we only take 1 damage. That's what we want, is them to roll a 1 and then a 4, 5, 6. Pretty much what we're rolling. We will do our normal. The difference is this time we're actually going to put a Hollow Mirrors here to deal with the other even. They did... Well, they got their doubles, but they didn't use them. So that worked pretty okay. Let's roll a bunch now. We'll get this. We'll get... Probably... I don't know. That's a min of 4. We can do that. Bump this up to a 3. bump this up. That's not what I meant to do. For now, let's do this instead. Oh, that's even. God damn it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm essentially meant to bump blade, to pop another bump blade. Alright, so we're gonna have one curse. Only 2 more damage taken. And so one of these is unusable. Do we hope that it's the bump blade? That would make that into an infliction. We want to keep that for Hall of Mirrors, so... Okay. Okay. We get another die out of all of this. We still haven't found our curse yet. There we go. Okay. So now we can do this. We can do another one. Do another 8 damage with it. Throw the last one. They got their matching to curse, but they didn't do it. Okay. We now have crystal for next. We can just throw our dice. We can throw it in there, whatever. Did we gain an apple? We did gain an apple. We will use it. Like, all of these fights are going to be awful. Do this now. Okay, so we gain an extra die out of that. Do I just want to make it so we gain a couple dice right now? Would it help to duplicate anything? Probably, right? Okay, so now we have a couple things to work with. We could shield for now. And they'll just have an upgraded bump blade at the moment until next turn. Okay, but we have a number of dice to work with at the moment, which is good. Okay, that needs a 6. We can deal with that. Now, because of that, let's actually make a bunch of magic missiles. I think I did that one too many times. Now that might still be good. We can shield up and then do yet another magic missile. We'll keep the shield just in case. Okay, they're low numbers, which is probably good because of the shield. There's the shield gone, 3 damage taken. Okay, so not so bad. Oh, that was one I didn't want to be weakened, but that's okay. We can do that. Do that. Do that. Shield up. And the shield won't matter next turn. But in case we need to duplicate the 4 just to get our magic missiles to go off. The 6 is going to be unfortunate. That'll go here. Okay, they still won't get to do that 12 damage. So that's good. We need to kill them this turn pretty much. We should be able to. Oh! I didn't mean to press the N. I don't like how close the end turn button is to that guy. And now they get to do that just because of how close this is. That's all I wanted to do. Oh, that sucks. And I don't know that there's any health to be able to deal with them right now. So it's either... I mean, we're just gonna end up dying here as a result of that stupid mistake. Like, is there a way to shield up for enough to prevent them from doing... Like, if they get even one even, they do 9 damage to us. We can only shield for 3. I think we were going to die here no matter what. let me say that ahead of time. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do 48 damage. We can't get another 1 out of this. I don't think. An upgraded shield only gives us 4 shield, which is the exact 9. So the only thing we could do is, like... As of right now, the only thing we can do is hope they don't roll an even for the first turn. That's it. And we would need to add an upgraded shield to give us 9... 5 plus 4 shield. Because our other one doesn't do any damage. So it would look like this. We would have to pop that. So we're at 9. We can't put another shield on right now. We don't have any other ones. We have no other defense at the moment, right? We have no nudge to nudge the 2 down to a 1. So, like, literally the only thing we can do is the little bits of damage. And then say... Yeah, they got an even and an odd, which means that they do that and that kills us. So, like I said, I think that was going to be inevitable, no matter what. So... yeah, it's just unfortunate that the way that I lost was by accidentally clicking the end turn button. I mean, you could cheese that. You can escape out of the fight and go back into it, but I'd rather not cheese it. So, with all that said, it's been 3 hours. Who is currently streaming? Usually on Saturdays we have a couple options to work with. Yeah, we have a few. Yeah, let's go head over to my friend Sweet Potato Pie. We'll pull up the raid and subraid messages. Yeah, I'm currently on like a nearly 60 stream streak over there. He's been pretty supportive. Usually comes over for our birthday streams, so comes and joins in for those. You'll occasionally see me playing Fall Guys every long once in a while over on his stream, in case he's looking for a 4th for squads, that kind of thing. I have a Candy DM Tie alt account that I use over there. Like I said, I don't do Fall Guys on this stream. Only other streams at this point. And only with other people, never solo. I've been having too much fun with these games like Dicey Dungeons and whatnot. So, but yeah, those raid messages. First one for any viewers, followers, if you've been lurking, but you want to have something to say when we head over. That's the first message. The second one is for subscribers. Get to use the those cute Cuphead emotes, and yeah, we'll go show Ty some love. But yeah, as usual, I appreciate everyone stopping in today. We will keep continuing this. Try to get through all the rest of the dungeon on the different characters. We will try. We have other multiplayer game nights. Again, make sure to join the Discord. Check out when those are happening. But yeah, I'm going to pop on the credit sequence. And yeah, until next time, see you on stream. Y'all take care. Appreciate y'all.